So let's get this started on this beautiful October day today. We're going to get started with our town forum. We have a total right now of 19 people are here in the room with us. Welcome, everybody. For those of you that that are new to this, certainly the virtual's new for most of us the last few months. But this town forum is really, you set the agenda. We're going to have a little bit to say to start it out, and then we'll open it up to the floor for you to speak. There's an ability on your dial-in to raise your hand, and once you raise your hand, we're able to recognize you and let you speak. We can hear you. Okay, so Rob, do you want to start us off?
Sure. So first of all, good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here. Just a couple things to mention because I really want this to be your time regarding COVID. Schools are back in place, days are getting colder, and we've been doing this for a long time, and really want to just thank everyone for what they're doing to sort of keep people safe and encourage you to keep it going. The rate of transmission in Camden County is now, I think, 1.19, which means that it's on an upward trend. And, clearly we don't want to keep going in that direction. So, stay safe, and do what it takes. I think you already know what's there, and let's keep it going. But I really do want to just encourage it because the numbers are going up. Just a couple short things. We started construction on Grant Avenue road resurfacing. It's actually a quite large project. It's received about a little over, I guess, over $400,000, $480,000 from the State Department of Transportation. And we want to thank all the neighbors and the community who've been, who really are a part of this, so that we can keep them going at the same time we do this construction. It's autumn, so I just want to mention about leaves because it's such an important thing. They're falling. I don't know if you heard. And we just ask you, please, when you're, we do collect leaves, which is not common and we do it weekly, which is not common in most towns. We do ask you, put them on the curb street, not in the street. And the reason for that, among others, is that leaves in the street end up leaves blocking sewers, which then in storms creates flood hazards, which creates safety hazards for automobiles, makes pedestrians travel difficult. So, please put them on the curb. And if you have a storm sewer drain near you, if you're so willing, I know I've adopted one down the street for me, is keep an eye on it. And because leaves are just, they come hard and they come fast, and your help is really appreciated, not just by me, not just by us, but by the entire community. And then the last thing I just wanted to mention, Collingswood Conversations is ongoing through our public opinion survey. We've had, upwards or above 500 people who have responded and to share their opinions and thoughts on race, on racism, on inclusivity, and really important things that we can have this dialogue. So the link to that is still at collingswood.com. We encourage you to go on there and share your thoughts, because no matter where you are on your own journey, they're important. So that's all I got, Mayor.
Okay, Joan.
So, hi, everybody. Thank you for being here with us, and know that despite just this one meeting, which you may or may not be comfortable on being on Zoom, we are here for you no matter what. You can stop in and see us. You can write to us and call us, and we are here for you. Please do everything you can to keep safe. Wear masks as much as you possibly can to keep yourself and other people safe, and continue to be part of the process of everything good in Collingswood. Go to the farmers market and shop, go to our downtown businesses and shop, and keep the vibe of Collingswood being as great as it always has been. We were not able to have the Green Festival this year, but we've accomplished a bunch of things despite that, such as a recent bike rodeo. Congratulations to everybody who participated in that and got helmets for their kids and participated in healthy activities. We did electronics recycling and paper shred, and we do that every year for you. We want people to know that we are here for you to accomplish your recycling needs from your home. We had a little talk on wildlife and rain garden habitats, and the green team continues to progress forward, although things are difficult because we can't meet in person. But if you want to be part of it, please write to me and I'll pass you forward to our director, Sandy Kelly, and we can continue to form a group that makes a great impact. One small activity, not so small, that we do every year is we do a cleanup and rake up of Knight Park. And it does build some community spirit, and it helps to keep leaves out of the lake, which is important. So you'll see information on that coming along, because we can do that with social distancing. So it's an activity we can do. In addition to that, Rob mentioned the Grant Avenue project, which is great. And we do streets every year to try to keep improving our neighborhood. And part of that with sustainability is planting trees. So not only are we planting 40 trees on Grant Avenue, but we're also planting about 40 more in other neighborhoods in town where block captains have stepped forward to be part of our team of people to really watch over the block and get more trees planted. So thanks to those block captains. And if you're interested in working with us on that to make an impact on making your block more beautiful and healthy and green, just call us or write to us at collingswood.com and let us know of your interest. Newton Creek, the project moves forward, and we want to make sure that we don't allow anything going into our storm sewers to end up there. So while we take care of Collingswood and make sure that pesticides and dirt and things are not going in our storm sewer drains, know that we're helping the health of a whole ecosystem at Newton Creek. And if you were interested in learning more about that, I can refer you to people who know more about that, and you can, learn and get involved and watch that project move along. Mayor?
So I just have a couple things. One is Halloween's coming up. We've got a whole slew of different activities, house decorating, bunch of things you can find on the website. If you want to participate, it's some virtual pumpkin carving, some really fun things that you can do while we're still going through this pandemic. Halloween, trick-or-treating, the Haddon Avenue event will not be happening. That one, there's just too big a crowd, but you're on your own following the state's guidelines with respect to trick-or-treating. Our trick-or-treating is scheduled for 12 to 5 on Saturday on Halloween. So we hope that all our families are able to make the most of it and enjoy it. There's hydrant flushing going on right now, part of the fall, getting our water lines in order. It is one that I'm very acutely aware of, because the fire hydrant right outside the house here was running pretty good this morning, and showers were greatly delayed. So just know that it will have an impact when they're doing it, but it's necessary to maintain our water quality. And related to that, just something, I'm going to do something about it in my next video update, but an event that probably nobody knows about or doesn't think twice about happened over the last 10 days, which is well number 8 opened up. So down on the Cooper River, there's been some construction, back on our side of the roadway, of a little well house, a little house that's out there. And we've been in the process of drilling a new water well that has taken us 9 years to navigate through the approvals at the DEP, to assure water quality, to get through all the various levels of approval. That's been completed now. Well 8 is operational. We are on a lot of different levels. We're very happy about that, because we believe that it's going to improve our water quality. The testing out of well 8 has been very, very good. And so that water will be blended with the other the other wells in town, and we think it'll help improve our water quality. We're also hoping, fingers crossed, that it's got a much lower iron content, so those issues that people have had with brownness, a brown color in the water sometimes, we got fingers crossed that this is going to really solve that and take care of that for us. So it's a pretty big event that's not exactly one that anybody sees or anybody hears about, but for the good of the borough, for the long term, a very significant step being taken. Two last things. One is the Police Chiefs Advisory Committee has been formed. We had appointed a little bit of an executive committee, and then that executive committee selected and filled out that committee. Folks who, I believe letters have gone out pretty recently, just letting everybody know whether you're on it or whether you're not. For anyone that was not selected, we got a lot of applications. We can't have everybody on this committee, but we really would love to have everyone's participation as things move forward on this. We really want to encourage you to participate. And the last is vote. Everybody's in the process. The word I got was that about 30% of Collingswood voters have voted already, which is really strong. Same things you see happening over the country. People are voting, they're getting their ballots in quickly. But now there will probably be a lull. There's all those people that did it at first. So we urge you to fill that ballot out, get it dropped off. You can either mail it. You can, there's a drop box right in front of the Haddon Township Municipal Building. And there's a drop box in front of the Audubon Municipal Building out on Nicholson Road. They're probably the two closest, but make sure you vote. Make sure you get out and vote. If you don't choose to do that, you can also go on election day to the polling places. McLaughlin Hall is the only polling place that will not be used this year. And you can drop off your paper ballot to the poll workers. There won't be machines for you to vote in. If you have lost or can't locate your the ballot, the paper ballot that you received, you will be able to vote at the polling place using what they call a provisional ballot. But it's a paper ballot that you'll complete and leave with the poll workers. It's provisional only because they will first do a check to see if you have already cast a ballot before they count that provisional ballot. If you have not yet cast a ballot, hasn't come in the mail, then that provisional ballot will count. So there's a few different ways to vote. Go vote early as quickly as you can, and it'll help you you won't have to watch any more commercials, watch any more debates. You'll be done, be finished. So let's open it up. Some people are chatting. I really would prefer, we don't want to go through answering chats. Raise your hand if you'd like to be recognized. We will, I'm not sure, Cassandra, you have the power, I take it, since you're the host?
I think we're both logged. Are you logged on as host? I am.
I'm logged in as me. You're in as a host, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't see any hands raised. Folks, if you have questions, now's the time. While we're waiting, in the chat, we're discouraging any more chats, but I can answer the question about holiday, the Collingswood Cash promo. There's a question about will Collingswood Cash be sold this year? The answer is yes. We increased the budget for Collingswood Cash and did one in June, sort of like our own local stimulus. That was $30,000 in just bonus money in the summer. And then the Business Improvement District funds, put another $30,000 toward our annual holiday event. It will be virtual again, so there'll be an online lotto. It will be slightly different than the June event. We learned a little bit from that event. Sorry, I'm getting texts from our bid folks. The online lotto registration will be November 15th. All of that information will be on collingswood.com. As always, the money is limited. The lottery will be randomized. The time at which you can both apply for the lotto and the drawing will be randomized and limited and all that stuff. So, I mean, within certain specific hours. So If you're interested in the Collingswood Cash, and you get selected, it's an extra $20 for every $50 you purchase, up to $400, which means you walk away with $160 free if you buy the max amount. And obviously we want to support our local businesses. So that's regarding Collingswood Cash. You can find that later on collingswood.com.
Cass, just
Okay.
we extended the deadline for the current Collingswood Cash program, which was supposed to end September 30th or something, for the free cash, right?
Yeah, so if you got bonus money during the June bonus sale, the original expiration date was October 1st, and now you have until October 30th to spend that money, and you should go spend that money just so you don't waste it, and also so you can support local business, because that is a dollar for dollar return to our businesses.
Okay, I got a few hands raised. Amy, let's see. Is there something wrong with? Oh, geez, it's going into the chat. Why do we not have recognize?
I'll give
Go
her
ahead, you
a
try.
talk.
You try. That's working. So, Amy, if you just unmute yourself.
We got you, Amy.
Oh,
There we
sure.
go.
It's Amy Henderson-Riley. So I was just wondering if you could provide an update on the small businesses in town. Of course, Restaurant Week is coming up, but we're wondering how things are going in town. Could you tell us more?
Sure. Well, they're, I mean, obviously they're struggling. Nobody's going at 100%. There's only, I haven't really gotten word. There's only a couple that we know that are closed, and in all likelihood are permanently closed. Nunzio's is one. Nunzio's, it's kind of like, I would view it more as an acceleration of retirement plans brought about by the pandemic. Not to say they don't reopen, they could, but the word that we're getting is that they probably will not. But the rest of them are hanging in. We have having regular calls with them, trying to satisfy their needs. You see the concrete blocks and things we're putting out at restaurants to try to help them out. And we're now in the midst of the process of getting everybody's numbers on their indoor dining squared away. But for the most part, they're hanging in. Let's put it that way.
With a few new openings as well, right? We've had a few
coming. Yes.
Right?
The new
salon.
Yep.
Moved
Well,
in.
Revolution relocated, right, and relocated and opened up again. Wells Fargo Bank opened up, and there's a couple other spots that are coming in as well.
A little bit Beirut moved in on Collings Ave.
Yep.
Or reopened.
A new salon has taken the place of Hair Cuttery.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, Cass, you want to next person?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Amy.
Thanks, Amy.
Hi, my name is Kristen. Can you hear me?
Yep.
So forgive me if this has been raised in a previous meeting, but I wanted to ask about the schedule by which trash and recycling cans are emptied in Knight Park. I've noticed, at least anecdotally, that a lot of people are using the park, multiple sports teams, and that's really great. I'm glad to see people outside during the pandemic. But I've noticed that a lot of the trash cans and recycling cans are often overflowing onto the ground and kind of just stuffed full. So I was wondering if there's any way to increase the frequency that they're emptied, that kind of thing, and just wondering if you could tell me a little bit more about that, please.
Sure. Kevin?
So frequency now is twice a week. A lot of the issues that we're seeing are that the trash cans are not full as much as people are shoving things in there to make it impossible to get more trash in there, and I guess maybe not wanting to touch the trash. So given that, we're looking to go out 3 to 4 times to at least scout and find out if they are full or just need to be pushed down further. But full-wise, it's still about 2 times a week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, Cassandra. Okay, Tamara.
Hey, hello, everybody.
Hi there.
I have a question. I noticed that some of the businesses have the cement barriers around, so it allows for just a little additional seating and some protection. I'm wondering if there's been any conversation about possibly extending the barriers further down Haddon Avenue to allow more seating for some of those other businesses?
Well, where you see it is where a couple different things. One, it's been asked for, or two, the outdoor arrangements can only be accomplished if we do that. Okay.
Okay.
So if you don't see it someplace, then I think pretty much it's either not been requested or we're able to provide other outdoor seating that is and allows people to walk.
Right.
As well. So, yeah, I think, and it's also, when you see those barriers, one of the things that it's concerns with us is about handicap accessibility.
Right.
So they can't just go everywhere because that will, there won't be an ability, like you can't have the sidewalk, can't have tables up on the sidewalk and the concrete barriers operate as a walkway because we lose the accessibility.
Gotcha.
So yeah, we're doing it wherever we can, and we're adjusting. It's not 100% of what everybody wanted, but we've gotten pretty close on most of them, so that it's functioning for them.
Okay. Thanks so much.
And Jim,
Sure.
if I can just
Thank
add,
you.
especially in the beginning, it's really, we looked at the ideas of closing down the street, either for special nights and stuff. And one of the things we found out, or we thought it would be just uniform, lots more tables means lots more business. And in fact, a lot of our restaurants really balked at that idea that takeout is and delivery is such an important part of their business model now that, they also wanted sort of access that customers could get in and get out as well. So it's been quite a process learning, how to make this work to keep people safe and keep these businesses humming.
All righty. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Tamara.
Sure. Okay, anybody else, if you'd like to ask us a question, give us a comment.
Yeah, I don't see another hand, but there is a question about from Maggie about how she messed up something on her ballot. Should she destroy it before she goes cast the provisional? I will start by saying, I just want to say a general kind of public service announcement. You can talk to our clerk, Holly Mantle, about election items, or the Camden County Board of Elections has a very comprehensive page, and they can often answer quite a few questions about elections.
Yeah, I would check with the county. The county will have, this information's changing all the time. I would touch base with the county.
There is a form to request a new ballot, and it's on the county page.
Okay, going to give everybody one more chance.
Or I start
Anybody else want to raise a hand?
I'm not seeing any unless you are.
Nope.
Amy, is that a second question? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's Brandon, actually, her husband. I did have a question.
Oh, wait a minute, Brandon, you can't double up. You can't double up, Brandon.
We had an agreement. She missed part of my question. That was embedded in her question.
You blamed the wife pretty quick there, Brandon.
I was in piggybacking on the restaurant and small business question. I'm wondering what's going on with the That's Amore space. It looks to me, walking by, like there's some progress there. I'm just wondering if you guys have any updates on that.
It's a progress that's measured in centuries. We are not happy with how this has gone. They're doing a little bit of work. They've put a floor in, which is a major advance on the first floor. With that, they've gotten the okay from the borough to have a tenant be renting upstairs. But, and there is work that's being done, but it's just painstakingly slow.
Agreed.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Sure thing. You got it, Amy.
Thanks, Brandon.
Excuse me, Brandon. I'm reading the names here. Okay. Anybody else?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Thank you all for coming out. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Stay
Okay,
safe,
all.
everyone.
Thanks. Make sure you go vote.
Go
And,
vote, stay safe, stay healthy.
Yep. Thanks for joining us. All right. Thanks. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.